Pavitra this side. So this is the first video of mine in a series of book reviews which I'm going to be doing this year. I have set a target to read about 25 books this year. Okay, so hopefully I'll be doing it. Now the first of the books that I've read this year is a part of a trilogy called the Millennium Trilogy. The author's name is Stieg Larsson. He's a Swedish author. So basically he had written all three books in the year 2004, and unfortunately these books were not published before his death. He died just after writing these books. So the manuscripts were published after that, and he has become a great phenomenon. The first book in this series is called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and the book was mind-blowing. It was really good, and I have read the second book, and this is the one which is called The Girl Who Played with Fire. Now, if you want to read this book, please, I suggest go and read the first book. I'll just give you a gist of the first book, which is called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And in that, basically, there's this character called Lisbeth Salander. She's in her 20s, and she is a genius. She's a computer hacker. She's a little weird due to her past. The way she behaves with other people is not quite normal. Now there is this journalist called Michael Blomkvist who runs a company called Millennium, a magazine called Millennium, and he takes her assistance to solve a particular case, and that's when she kind of helps him. Apart from this, there is also something that is very disturbing. Her guardian, she's basically proven to be incompetent, and hence her guardian kind of exploits her. He kind of sexually abuses her, and she kind of tapes it just to trap him in later. So this book is a continuation of it, and it's got nothing to do with the earlier case that they've solved, but just to understand the character of Lisbeth Salander and Michael Blomkvist and her guardian, whose name is Niels German, who's a lawyer. I would suggest that you guys please go and read the first one and then come on to this one. Now, this is about a little bit, it goes into the past of this lady Lisbeth and why is she like this, what has happened to her. There are some very disturbing facts with respect to her teenage that has happened to her, and that's why she has become like this. And also there are a couple of journalists, basically they want to publish an article on sex trafficking, and they take Michael's assistance. They want to publish it in Millennium. So they take Michael's assistance as well, and Michael actually agrees to publish those articles, and there are a series of names, series of people who are involved in this sex trafficking case, hence it could be a major exposure. And eventually what happens is these two get murdered. The two freelancing journalists, they get murdered. Apart from that, even German, who is Niels German, who is Lisbeth's guardian, he also gets murdered. What's happened to them? Why were they murdered is what this book is about. It delves into Lisbeth's past, and it kind of connects the murders with her past. There are a series of characters. There are a number of characters who are involved in investigating. One is her ex-employer, who's Armansky, who belongs to Milton Security, and there are his colleagues who are involved in investigation. Apart from Michael Blomkvist, his current girlfriend is also involved. His journalists are also involved in solving the case, and there is also a separate investigating team. Another thing is that Michael and Salander haven't spoken recently after the earlier case was solved. That's because Salander eventually started liking Michael, but when she realized that he's actually going around with someone else who's one of her colleagues, she kind of stops interacting with him. She just disappears. This book is primarily about the solving of this particular murder mystery, and kind of delves into Lisbeth's past. So it's kind of very interesting, very good. I would suggest all of you to start reading the Millennium Trilogy, but the first book was even more better is what I felt. Okay, so guys, happy reading. This is the book The Girl Who Played with Fire. There is one more book to this. It's called The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. These three books were written by Stieg Larsson, but there is a fourth book, and the author is someone else. It just got launched last year. Okay guys, happy reading. Bye.